Welcome back to the channel. I'm Zach and this is ZgExp Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. 7 to 8 years in the making, and it's finally here for the Nintendo Switch 2. Let's jump into it.
The Metroid series has always been filled with ambience, puzzles, backtracking, and some really interesting enemy types. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond does not stray away from this idea. They do, however, twist it up a little bit. This will be forever known as the Metroid with Miles McKenzie, which, I believe, does not deserve all the hate he gets. In Prime 4, you are given the Psychic Glove, which is probably the first time in the series that Samus Aran has had an offensive ability throughout the game. With my experience on the Psychic Glove, there are puzzles to complete. You can use a special Psychic Beam that you can control and slow down time to hit enemies, open doors, and even use it to withdraw resources like health and rockets from fallen enemies. The gameplay is pretty simple if you're familiar with the Metroid Prime series. My favorite control scheme has to be motion controls. It just feels native to the game style. There are, however, mouse controls too, which is just as smooth. Playing this game in handheld mode does not feel right at all, at least not without a grip.
Oh, wow. What a mess. You're alone, on a planet, with no hope of survival. But you're also not sitting next to Phil anymore in that cubicle, so... Win? Oh. Okay. What?
The biomes in Metroid Prime 4 are absolutely beautiful. We have Fury Green, Soul Valley, Ice Belt, Flare Pool, and Volt Forge. They are beyond some of the most beautiful locations I have seen in recent video game history. That's maybe a little bit of an exaggeration, but for a Metroid game, this is actually really nice. The gameplay might be a little bit more linear in some of the locations, but some of the locations are actually pretty huge, which works out with the playstyle. Overall, it is absolutely just a beautiful game all around. I know there's some out there that's going to disagree with me, but I actually enjoyed ambience in this game. It wasn't as quiet as most people wanted to, like in the past games, but however, with the open world aspect that it brought into it, it actually executed it pretty damn well.
Spooky. You're never too old to play games. Hi. Metroid Corruption, look at that. Also, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you're in that percentile and you feel like you've enjoyed my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, whatever.
So what's the verdict? While the gameplay, atmosphere, music, and overall general vibe of the game is amazing, It does lack that big story feel we were all looking forward to. Not to say that the story is bad, but when you put a game like Metroid into an open world with voice acting, the story tends to draw out a bit longer, especially when it comes to doing extra stuff like collecting shards or unacquired items. You're sacrificing plot for travel time in this Metroid Prime. I've heard people already compare it to a game like Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, including myself. You're traveling lengths apart from one area to the next and having to come back to previously visited locations, which is a thing Metroid normally does. I just think Soul Valley area maybe causes the story to be more broken up. If I could compare it in a brighter light though, it kinda has that feel of like Resident Evil 7 did when I first played it. Metroid Prime 4 is just the start of a new chapter in the Prime series, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And for that, I gave Metroid Prime 4 an 8 out of 10. Not perfect, but something special.
Looks like a circuit. Seems like there's a...
I'm Zach, and this has been ZgExp Reviews. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future.